Hello everybody and welcome back to Boring Flight Vids. Sorry it's been a while, I got in a car accident, my car got totaled, but we are here, we're back, and I'm back on track. I just want to talk about these wing cores and the airplane project, along with the mission, what's going on with this whole thing, and what the next steps are. The original inspiration for this aircraft simply comes from the fact that renting became extremely expensive, and once I got to instrument training, everything just got way too expensive with the time and the rentals. So I wanted to get my own aircraft just to fly around in and enjoy my license and the training that I did take. So originally I was looking at something like this, or something like this, or even something like this. But because of the open cockpit and the mission profiles of those aircraft, I decided to try my hand at building my own aircraft so I can get the price with the mission profile and everything exactly how I like it. Also, after buying multiple planes like the Zenith 650B, the Affordaplane, and other airplanes, and looking at them, I realized that airplanes are actually a lot simpler when they are simple than people make them out to be. They can be simple, let's put it that way. If you make a complex airplane, it will be a complex machine, same as cars and any other machine. But you can make it simply, and that's what we're going to try to do here. The build process I'm going to be using is the Rutan process that can be easily found on YouTube. There's a long video that he actually himself made that goes into everything. It's an old video, but it's on YouTube. You also find his processes in the Plans to the Cozy, which you can purchase on Aircraft Spruce's website. The Long Easy Plans also has it, and other aircraft like the Velocity have also used his methods to create their own aircraft out of fiberglass and foam. Fiberglass and foam is probably the easiest method to use because you don't need any special tools. It's fabric and liquid. So other than the tools you will need to cut your foam to the proper shape, it's actually a lot easier than having an aluminum airframe. And depending on your mission and how you build it, you will end up with something that is lighter but stronger than their aluminum counterparts. So let's get into this, and I will show you how I built these wings and also how you can build wings and what we're doing with the next step and what you will see in the next video and everything. Okay, had to reset and grab some tools. Let's start with the first method, which is doable, but I just don't recommend it because you can't get the proper twist in the wing, and also it's just plain tedious, and that is doing it like this. This, with a couple more of these, is actually a whole wing. It's just I cut these individually, I numbered them, and then you would line them up with a jig that I made, which is just really long straight rods, and you line them all up, glue them together, and it creates a wing. But you cut them individually using one of these. This is a tabletop hot wire cutter. You can get this off of Amazon for about $60 or $70. There's a wire right here. And so you would simply cut your shape like this. And obviously I just didn't have the space, so I had to cut these individually. Then I did more research. I came up with this, which is essentially just a small bow cutter like the one I'm going to show you next. But this allowed me to create this wing over here. This wing was cut as one piece, but they were individual sections of XPS foam that I got from Lowe's. So they come in 1-inch thick pieces. I still cut out the individual pieces, but I didn't cut them out as this. They were just big squares that fit together to create a block, and then I just cut them out. So you can still see the individual ribs of this, but it was cut as one piece, which you can see in the footage that I posted in the video. But yeah, it works perfectly fine like this, but using this small tool, it creates a huge mess, and it's just a lot more tedious and harder to do, though you do get a better trailing edge and leading edge because you can be more intricate with it. That's also what these are for. And that this is the part that makes it more tedious, is in order to make this properly, but to get the proper twist in the wing, I actually had to print out individual templates. Because each one of these was 1 inch, I had to create a template for each 1 inch of wing. So in order to get the proper twist. So that's the downside of that. You'll need a lot of templates to do it this way. But it's also, it's doable. I, again, wouldn't recommend it just because it took me like a week to print all those. And you don't need to do it like that. This way over here is a lot better. Now, the way I have found that is the best and the way it should be done is to take your airfoil templates. These are very thick. This is one template, this is another. They are labeled, so this is the inside of the left wing and this is the outside of the left wing. Now, I did build this as the left wing, so this will be where these go. When I 3D print these, or if you were to make your own, there are holes. There's 3 holes that go through here to index this properly with this one. The holes are the same going all the way through. Even though there's a twist, the holes go through properly. So if you were to run a straight skewer through them, everything will line up right, but they will be twisted like this, slightly. So what you would do is you would have your big blocks of foam, which you're seeing now. You would put these on the edges, and then you would cut your foam slowly. And after doing all that, you end up with this. Once again, this is actually 3 blocks of foam that have been glued together here and here to create this wing once you cut everything out. And again, it's extremely light. Just me waving it around, I can actually feel the pressure from the wing doing like that. I can actually feel it wanting to just lift by itself. So it's an extremely easy process. I haven't finished the trailing edge, so it still looks kind of blocky, but the airfoil came out great. It's extremely easy to do. And again, all you need to do is go on Airfoil Tools or NACA, choose your airfoil based on your mission, and print it out and use it to create your template. You can wrap your templates in aluminum HVAC tape, and that will protect it from your hot wire cutter. I forgot to show you the other hot wire cutter, so let's show you that. This is what you use to cut the larger wings. If I get to the point of building a full-size aircraft, obviously I will have to use this to cut my wing sections. I did use it, as you see in the videos, to cut this wing because, again, it just makes everything so much faster and so much easier. Using the templates the way I have them, you don't have to worry about having that second person like you will see in the Rutan video, though it would help because there are spaces where things just get weird when you're trying to do the cutting by yourself. This costs about $260, but it's very well worth it once you get it. If you're going to be building wings and working on things, it makes this stuff very easy. So we have got some simple wings here, and next we will be creating the spar as well as making the tail and the rudder. And then once we fiberglass, we will cut out the ailerons and everything else and go from there. So like, subscribe, and follow along if you'd like to see me build this aircraft, or if you would like to design and build your own RC aircraft. I'll be giving out all the information and tools that are needed to do everything that I do in these videos, So there will be no secrets, nothing held back. And hopefully we can all do this and have an army of experimental aircraft and take over the world. So see you next time, where I'll build the other wing, the tail, and we're going to go ahead and start on the spars for the wing.